Taijiquan here. Taijiquan, the symbol of uniqueness. Uniqueness is individualism, a classic Asian concept. This concept emphasizes one's power comes from within, showing the context of one's connection and harmony with the internal power, the internal authority of power. As this does not represent the current outer state of appearance, upholding a rich philosophy of the power of insight sheds light upon the integrated state. Inner truth operating as outer reality. Fundamental matter density becomes more and more subtle outwardly. While this approach is in contrast with current policies, there is a fundamental truth that is a complete and complex organism, matter. The world behaves in particular ways, not because of prior action, because there is only now, nor due to impulse of other things, but because the world or ego is positioned in the ever-moving cyclic rhythm of primordial essence. This is endowed, that is endowed with intrinsic natures, Tai Chi, Tao, and Quan, which make this behavior inevitable. Rather than being created out of nothing or matrix, the something must have always been. Here or now allows an evolving of the current condition of complexity out of a prior state of purity and undifferentiation. Understanding matter from her densest nature to subtlest energy makes one unusual and the only one of this type. Uniqueness explains the state of soul as matter, the only material of authenticity. In order to communicate her clearly, the individual represents the only opportunity to express this as a unique piece of soul, as her dynamic jewel. Just as DNA is a unique coding for the individual expression of density, soul offers this unique coherence as intelligence. Intelligence requires no learning, as Quan is expressed as the quantity of the state of matter, soul, operating the individual. So is the abode, the absolute quality of the unbounded supreme power source, delighting the once enigmatic structure, Tai Chi, Tao, and the golden flower within Quan. This makes an individual the highest level of intelligence in nature, termed silence. Now, individual being is the only one of her type, without equal, unparalleled, remarkable. Therefore, it cannot be the facsimile being seen, heard here either. The world or ego aims to keep the mental or mechanical fractal as a reality. This character proves that. In other words, using the mind matrix and pieces. In other words, keeping the mind, the matrix, in pieces like a mirror broken in trillions of shards that are reflecting the unimaginable kaleidoscope of images. Remembrance of the stillness of non-locality or omnipresence. One being unique is one being soul. One being unique is to exist in only one place or state. One is radically distinctive, and one is now without equal. The world ego needs verbalizing language that keeps the fractal within the kaleidoscope turning and spinning. Soul, the silence, is the returning to stillness. The word may be likened to the pebble dropped in the pond. Where the pebble dropped caused the individual's stillness returns once the concentric spiraling ripples are stilled. Then the individual is released back into the silence, the stillness of the pond. The concentric rings spiraling represents the aura, each with its own laws and levels to be traversed. Each auric ring supplies the state of matter in which the individual consciousness gains awakening, awareness, recognition, renunciation, surrender, ending finally within the remembrance of the stillness of non-locality, the actualization of omnipresence, matter. Each spiraling ring represented the conscious looking outward until finally realization demands the looking inward, which then activates the backward flow, termed black hole, or the gathering. The gathering finds its suppression as the individual in nature, disconnected from the world ego, and find one's effectively and gradually returning to what once was inaccessible. The world ego, or yang, was the yin. The world ego, yang, was the act of preventing something, yin, from being expressed or known. So, Quan is the act of ending the matrix by force. Tai Chi. Tai Chi is that something that recognizes Yang's shadow. Not the beginning of the world as understood. Tai Chi ends the world of ego, as she is the principle that reconciles yin, yang, rebirthing into Tao. Quan, the fruit